Welcome back, guys, to yet another World of Warcraft video on this channel. Today we are going over a little bit of an interesting one, and some of you guys that have been following me over on Twitch lately have probably seen that I have started up my leveling adventures for my Twink, well, not only my Twink, but for my overall old army especially. And my current challenge is that I want to get 250 level 60s before 10.0. We'll see how far I get. But before we do get into it fully, make sure you guys drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel with all the notifications on, and drop a comment down below of what you think of twinking. Whether you like it, whether you've tried it before, whether you currently done it, whatever it is, make sure you drop it down in the comments below. But anyway, the reason that I'm making this video today is because I want to show you guys how I boost my characters from level 10 to 50. Obviously, if you've seen the title, you've seen the thumbnails, that is what it is. And it's a callback to a previous video I made back last year in September, and I'll drop a link to it down in the comments below. But basically what it is I use a level 10 Twink to boost characters from 10 to 50. Now you might be wondering how I do that. Well, what it is I take my level 10 Twink and the other characters and I queue up for dungeons. Now, if some of you guys know, if you luck your experience and you join up in a group with somebody that has the experience lucked, then you get an experience debuff. But there are ways to get around it. And one of the ways, which I will be talking about today, is hitting the same dungeon queue on all your accounts. So what I do is, you can see here, I've got 4 accounts open. This is from a previous stream, as you guys can see. The audio got muted on it, so I can't have audio, which is why I'm recording this. But as you guys can see, I have 4 accounts up in the background. They're all in the same group together because they're not twinks. They're characters I want to take from level 10 to 50. And because of the scaling, I can do Burning Crusade dungeons from level 10 all the way up to level 50. So what I do is I pick all the roles on my 4 other accounts, right? I pick, 3 DPS and a tank, 3 DPS or a healer, because my monk, which is my level 10 Twink, I can queue up as anything. So it doesn't matter whether or not I have a character that is a tank or a healer. It doesn't matter. And then my level 10 Twink here will be able to solo all of it. Now, to let you guys know, you can see here that I queue up for the same thing, and it took me a couple minutes. You would be surprised as to how easy this is. Oh, there it is. So you can see right here, the way you can find out how or whether or not you hit the same dungeon queue. Obviously, you can have all the windows up on your monitor at the same time, which is what I've done here. But the other way is slowly accepting the dungeon queues. And you'll see here in a second, there it is. So I couldn't see all the windows there. So what I do is I slowly accept. You can see I accepted on my monk. None of the other ones are accepted. I'll check on that one, which is his DPS and a tank. And you can see that is how I check whether or not it's actually the same dungeon queue. Now, if it isn't, all you want to do is just leave the dungeon queue and rejoin. And now you can see here, I get into the same dungeon on all of the accounts. And the smart thing is now, there is no experience debuff for any of my characters in the background, because what I did was hit an instance group together with all of them. So to Blizzard systems, this just looks like a bunch of random people got into a group together. And obviously, as you guys know, if a Twink is in your dungeon group, you do not get the experience debuff. So what I can do from this point on is just continue queuing up into the same dungeon with the same group. And that's what I do for anywhere from 5 to 7 hours, which is, really good. And it's really easy to hit the same dungeon queue. And there are another way to actually get around that experience debuff as well. But as I said, I have a full video that actually goes through the entire thing, and that will show you guys how to both build up your Twink, if that's something you're interested in, but also show you how to actually get into the dungeon in the other way. But this is basically everything that I have for this video. I wanted to make this video again to have a more recent, more newer video that basically shows people how to get into the level 10 boosting and how everything works. And I also wanted to show for the people that haven't done anything like this before, you can see my level 10 Twink monk here is soloing the entire dungeon, and that's all I can do. Obviously, the level 10 Twink can solo everything, which is why the boosting is so efficient. But this is everything that I have for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope it was helpful. Let me know if you guys have any questions down in the comments below. I'll be glad to answer them. But that is going to be everything that I have for this video. So, until the next one. See you guys!